All right, guys, we're coming back in. Emily, unfortunately, did not get through that rack. Sorry about technical difficulties. And he is running through the solids here. Same trouble ball. Obviously, that A ball and the two ball there in the corner, or by the corner pocket, top left hand corner. All right, look at that two ball last ball here.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. We had a little technical difficulty getting this stream put out. We got cut off about 2 minutes after we started, but we're back live. And once this session is done, we'll get it edited and put back together. Try to make it look as seamless as possible.
Yeah, as you said, this is a B-side match.
Yeah,
Loser goes home, winner goes on to the quarterfinal redraw. The top 8 players. And he's looking at the two ball and then shaping off that 5 ball to the 8. I think she's got just enough room to sneak this two ball up in the top left hand corner. This is a race to 5 in the women's event. Hopefully get almost straight in on this 5. Probably draw a little bit of bottom left or back to the rail where she's at. Not quite sure on the angle here as far as uh, which side the H is going to draw back to the shape on. See. Oh, I thought that was the 9, so 1. My bad. No problem here. She'll just play this up inside, roll up 8 in the top and left hand corner. Like Kennedy's going to draw first blood
yeah.
here.
Kennedy's looking smooth.
He is.
Smooth criminal, huh? Is that where that comes from?
Yeah, I guess so.
Race to 5, alternate break. I don't believe there are any, at least not as far as I know, any restrictions or rules on the break for like
Not
a
not
3 point
in 10
rule.
ball. Just the current
Well, this is 8 ball.
or in 8 ball. Yeah, probably just 4 balls to the rail.
Yeah.
The old
It's not,
BCA rule. I think Masters Chalk and BCA for stream and tournament this weekend. It's been a great tournament so far. Great tables out there. And Emily there just contemplating. She says, okay. She'll just stay within herself and wait for her opportunities. Emily's a seasoned player. And Kenny's just dead face. She's like, all right, I got this.
both pretty stoic this morning.
Yeah. Well, it's early for a pool player. 9 a.m. is not a pool player time.
No, it's not a streamer's time either. I'm still fighting to wake up.
Oh man, how late were you here last night?
I got here about 7:30 yesterday morning. I left here about, I don't know, quarter after 10 last night.
Yeah, not horrible, but still, it's a long day.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, 15 hours or so, and then went back to the room. Of course, dead tired, and as soon as I get in bed, I can't sleep.
Well, and Emily coming up dry here. That's not usually the case. Emily's got a pretty good break. Let's see what Kenny's going to do here. She'll probably start with stripes, I think. But he's got a great shot on the solids.
Yeah, I don't think I want to take the 2 ball on
I'm,
for that left.
I'm got to take the 14 here, I think.
Yeah, kind of like the way stripes look better. Anyhow,
Probably take this and follow it down to the end rail and back up, maybe for the better for the side. That's what she's looking at.
good call. 12 ball. 12 ball's kind of the only one that
Mm-hmm.
12 and 9 are a little funky, but she takes on the 9 right now. She can move that 12.
Might be natural. Just bump the 5. Not do a lot with it. Just make sure you cinch the pot. see what she does here. Probably just in and out here. Nice and easy. Okay. A little more real estate on it, but that's all right.
Yeah. She may have to shoot the 15 now.
Looks like a 15. She might come through that path with the 3 and the 2.
She could take on the 12 in the side closest to your bottom of your screen now. Get
I,
that out of the way, but yeah.
I think 15, you're going to come through the 2-3 gap for the 11 or the 10 side. There it is.
I'd be taking the 10 ball here just to get on the 12.
Yeah, 12 back to the side probably.
Yeah.
One thing about Kennedy, she's very, very meticulous. You know, she's looking over that whole run, you know, even from the get-go. You know, and she'll pick these balls out one at a time to take care of this if she can. So she's looking at roll forward, ball for the side here. Got on the side she wanted, so 12 to the side and slide up to the 11, 13, probably 8 to the other that same side pocket.
Do you know how old Kennedy is, approximately?
I couldn't actually figure that out. She's not very old. I think she's probably, you know, by the looks of it, you know, early 20s. That's
Say, I thought I recall her being in the junior program not too long ago, but
yeah, she was in the junior program. That's correct. She's current. I think she's about 20th in the world right now. The
that's
WPBA
super
tour.
strong.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She looks like it too. She's looking smooth out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sharp.
Yeah, she went through the junior ranks. That's correct. She decided to go the other direction and come around the 8 ball there.
She overcut it.
Oh boy.
So Emily now with a chance to get a tick on the board. A 5 ball's a little bit nasty down there, tied up with the 8. See what she figures out here. I wouldn't be surprised if she ducked here.
Kennedy was first place champion in 2021 with 16 and under with VEF.
Okay, so she's 20. I thought about taking that shot on too and thinking, oh, it's kind of a two-way, but that window right there is always looming for that 11 ball.
I think this is cuttable, but what do you do with the 8 afterwards if you do make it? That's the biggest thing. I think you play this and try to stick the cube on the end rail. If you make it, you cut the 8 in the corner up at the top left-hand corner or top right-hand corner to get there.
Overcut again.
That's not worst thing in the world. Emily looks like she's very quick to the stroke this morning. She's always been a fast player, but I didn't see a pause in the end of that stroke. May have been the unforced error earlier. I dialed things in this morning. It's a little bit of a cluster down there with the 5 ball.
Yeah, saying she's gonna need to find some sort of angle to break that 5 off the 8. If she intends on running out, she could also play a stop shot on the five, freeze the
Ooh,
cue ball, or
unforced error.
do that.
She's just too quick to the punch this morning, I think. Kenny might just play this 11 to play a stop shot. Eight
Play the
ball,
eight upper
top left
left.
hand corner, yeah. What she's looking at. Or roll forward, I believe. I always like rolling into position. It's just more natural. You're not fighting physics at that point.
It's not like just the stop shot, or she's playing it to the top right. Playing it to the side? Interesting.
No, I think
I don't think she meant to
I
do
think
that.
she just overran.
That's kind of why I like the stop shot there. But
Hmm,
maybe she thinks it doesn't pass the seven, or maybe it doesn't to the top left, or maybe she just didn't like it.
I don't know. Hard to see from this angle.
Now she's got to be cautious of a scratch in the lower right too, off the five.
Will help.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, she got second prize. That just made the two ball or four ball heck of a lot more difficult.
all right. Well, if you're Emily, what do you do here? Cinch six ball, or do you play the five, go to the side rail, risk your kicking?
I'm not. I'm not taking the chance of my opponent kicking this in.
No, you have to. You have to make six. Or the five, one of the two.
She's called the six. Heard the ref. Flare it. Over.
Oh. Emily just seems like she's trigger happy this morning. Just a little quick to the trigger. Might be just in the morning. But I haven't watched Emily play all that much, so I don't know if that's just her stroke or, you know, what I'm seeing.
I haven't seen her play a whole heck of a lot, but from what I have seen, it's been pretty consistent with this. Not as far as the results. Obviously, she's struggling right now
Right.
to start the morning. But she's always had this fast pace, kind of no nonsense, no frills, just get, whoops, just happened. Just gets down and fires.
Our own referee there, Dave Pearson, getting us a rack back up here. Dave does a great job out there.
He does. He's a sweetheart.
He's been around forever.
Him and his wife Mariah with the Billiard Education Foundation. She was paramount in helping put this event and the junior national events together. Absolutely amazing, amazing duo.
Takes a village.
It does. It certainly does.
All right, so we're going to have Kennedy come to the tables, alternate break, like we said. Race to five, Kennedy up 2-0 here. And getting that early lead in such a short race is really paramount here.
Stripe down. Just made the 14. Pretty nice open layout.
Very nice.
Kind of got your choice here.
Got to figure out the speed. Every table's got kind of a sweet spot as far as speed. And it seems like this 9-foot table likes a little bit of a lower mile per hour on the brake.
A little bit lighter speed on the stroke.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Seems like they just opened really nice and just, blossomed out there for seven on the side.
7 to the 1 probably.
That was really the only trouble ball she had in the rack.
Is she dead straight on this ball?
It may be not where you want to be.
Good tell.
It looks straight.
She may have to draw straight back and play the 4. It's going forward. So maybe she does have some angle. She can come under the 5. Yeah.
She's going 2 rails out. Okay. Well,
Steep cut on the 5 or the 2 ball. I'm not shooting that 3 ball jacked up. No way.
I think that's 6 with a stop shot. If you
If you
can,
can cue it right, right?
yeah. That's the biggest thing is seeing where the cue stick lies. You play in the 2. Get an open stroke. That's why.
It's nice to have options.
Well, for you folks at home and stuff, 8 ball. if you can get to a point where you're not sure where you're at, next ball in the rack, if you get to a point where you've got a couple different balls to play, sometimes you can kind of like get yourself a waypoint in the middle of a rack and then actually finish the rack with a decision making at that point in time.
Hmm.
And he's pretty solid here. Back in track here, center of the table. I think the 8 does pass the 15 there, bottom right hand corner. So she goes, yeah, it looks like it does.
It's tough.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I believe it does. It's a little bit better angle.
Yeah, probably 5-3-4-8. Unless she comes across for the cue ball right now.
Yeah, I think you're right with the first call there.
There we go. Probably take this to the top rail and maybe come to the left side of that 9 ball. She may just take the long pot here. Do what she decides to do. The angle kind of lets you do either way. Up left here. Yep. Ooh.
Hmm.
That's the thing about that inside English, it can get away from you. All right. Does the 13 pass the 3 ball? That's the question. Don't think it does.
But he bumped my camera and it's not level anymore. It's gonna drive me nuts. And that camera is 16 feet in the air, so it's not like it's extremely easily accessible.
Who bumped it, a bird or what?
I'm not sure. Oh, the tripod, the base of the tripod probably
Oh,
got
okay.
bumped. They were doing some photography in there in the arena
Gotcha.
last night, and I don't think they realized that that tripod was right behind one of the banners that they were moving.
Gotcha.
That's okay though. It's good enough.
Yeah, I think she wanted to get a little bit better on that 9 so she could get on that 13 there. Now we grind. Bear down and grind. Emily's usually pretty good at that, so.
Yeah, she just took down that ultimate pool tournament in, I believe it was Boston
Emily plays everything.
a couple weeks back.
Emily plays hay ball. Uh, Now the only thing she doesn't play is black ball. Found out the other yesterday talking to her. She has not played black ball yet. That's the only discipline she hasn't played.
I'm not familiar with blackball.
Shorter table, snooker pockets, 2-inch object balls, inch and 7/8 cue ball. Kind of like
Wow.
the ultimate pool setup that
Yeah.
they played in England
Mhm.
with those tables.
And it's 8 ball, 9 ball.
It's 8 ball. It's English 8 ball. The difference on that is a foul is actually 2 shots, with your first one being a free shot.
Wait, what?
Or it's a foul is 2 shots.
Oh, a foul.
Foul, if you foul, your opponent has 2 shots. First one is a free shot. They can move balls around, do whatever they want. And the second one, you have to continue running.
Huh.
You cannot pocket your opponent's ball unless you pocket one of yours also
On any shot?
on any shot. So if I lag a ball into the hole and leave it there, you're in trouble because you can't pocket that ball unless you pocket one of yours. And so you're looking at those safeties. You're looking at the free shots to be able to finish the rack. So
Interesting.
huge, huge, um, uh, decisive game, almost like chess. Emily looking at pocketing the 8 here.
You undercut it.
Oh,
She slow rolled that. She just kind of, she never looked fully committed to that. Not sure why she rolled it so.
hmm.
Maybe she was trying to keep the cue ball down just in case.
I don't know what her
But
thought process was there.
I don't think you're supposed to think about that on that shot. Tough shot for Kennedy, and it's kind of a do or die shot. Pretty much wherever she leaves, if she misses, wherever she leaves that cue ball, Emily's gonna have a shot.
It's not too bad. It's not too far out of the hole. I think you just roll this in nice and easy. and roll the 4 ball in. And if the 4 ball sits in the hole, you own the pocket. So biggest thing is here, you have to cinch this 3.
It's elevating.
Ooh, bye-bye 8 ball. Ooh. Emily says thank you.
Saves Emily the trouble of getting out of her chair.
I don't like hitting that ball at pace. Even though, the accuracy is up, I don't like hitting that with pace. I think you just,
Just
bear down, roll in the pocket.
with as short of a backstroke as you can put on it.
Hmm.
Just smooth straight through. Yeah, I know.
I did like how she did it, though. She actually set up level and then elevated, which was, that helps you zero it in, but
Oh, we lost camera 3.
no emotion out of Kennedy, positive or negative. She's like, all right, made the mistake.
There we go.
All right.
Rack number 4. Emily Duddy trying to tie things up.
Yeah, the story's been just unforced errors from both players. All right, we can bear down some break here. Not really a good starter point for any balls here. Maybe the 9 or 12 on the side, maybe. I think that's pretty much what you've got here. The 5 and the 12 in the bottom right aren't the best either. It's just really not a great rack, not conducive to really running out. He's looking at banking the 5. She banks the 5, she pretty much got an open rack.
4 ball's the only issue.
Look at this.
A little tough there.
Uh-huh.
Might have to play the 2 off the back of the 6 or slide by it.
Should be able to go. And now she can always tuck off the 3 and behind the 6.
She's called the 2, I just heard.
Yeah, there's room there. She should be fine.
See it from here? There we go.
Just play the gap. You should be able to go right past it. Yep, no problem. And my cone outs are almost died here.
Yeah, I had a sneeze. I wasn't even sure if that was a sneeze or a cough. I'm not sure what just happened.
All right. Kennedy take care of the 2. Pretty open rack except for the 4, like you said. That'll be the ball she's looking to get on. Probably going to try and get kind of back to where she's at. To play that 4 later on in the rack, I think.
Yeah.
Build the 4 to the top left-hand corner. It's kind of a weird little cluster here with the 8 ball.
Second time she's overcut a ball when she was jacked up. Or elevated, I should say, not jacked up.
My biggest thing when I make mistakes on balls like that is I'm too quick. I'm not taking that extra pause in that stroke or double checking my alignment. That's usually what I do. Actually, one of them the amateurs do also. Biggest thing is cinching these balls.
A shot.
No problem there.
A shot.
Pretty shot. Is that okay? Got a little swagger going on. Now what do we do?
She's always got a little swagger in her step.
Emily rock and roll Duddy. There we go. Talking to the ball, saying, okay, cooperate with me.
Our next match on this table, when this match is over, we'll have a little bit of a break at 11:30 local time. Not sure if you all heard or not yet. Oscar Dominguez versus Justin Bergman on the winner's side of the men's 10-ball national championships.
Well, that's a big one.
Yeah,
Justin's Justin's kind of really underrated as far as the top players in the U.S. I think he plays so well.
well, he just doesn't. He's getting out more now than he has, in recent years, but he
Hmm.
kind of disappeared for a while.
And I think he's just such a strong player. I think he would be a great fit for Moscone Cup.
I've always thought that too. He actually has played Moscone Cup a time or two, I believe,
Mm.
and he's usually just solid as a rock. If I was going to pick one thing apart on his game, probably be the same thing most people would agree on. He's never had the best break. He's always kind of struggled on his break, kind of like Efren.
Yeah.
Amazing after the break at everything,
Hmm.
but the break was just never the strongest part of his game. If he could, if he could ramp up that break just a little bit. Oof.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been great to see him again. I've been seeing him on the Ultimate Pool Tour thing. It's pretty
Look at
cool.
this shot. Nice shot, man. Since the ball followed it in. All right, so what do we do here, folks? I think we're going to be 11 balls, slide up past the 9, or the 12 ball. And then what angle she's got here. All right. Looking at the 15 here. Probably going to finish with that 14 ball if she can get shape on it. The thing I like about Emily, she's got really good pattern play. Does actually does the patterns very well. Probably the 9 here, and then Schaefer position for uh, off the 11 to come to the 14. Goes the other way. If you like to go to the 11, I'm not sure here.
Actually, excuse me, that actually kind of worked out good. I think she could play this 10 and go back and forth. I wouldn't want to save the 10 for my last ball, I don't think.
No,
Unless it's not quite as bad as we think.
I don't think it's that bad. I'd be okay with playing this shot.
Yeah.
As long as she can see it. I
She,
think she's
she
got
was
it.
talking to it.
She's like, whoa, baby.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Where you going? Dog extension. Still a little more time here. Nice shot. It would have been nice to get a little more room out, but angle's always nice instead of straight in. We don't like straight in. And Emily to make this go 2-2.
You overcut that
And
pretty.
she overcut it.
Pretty.
That's twice she's overcut that ball. She overcut the 8 ball earlier. Well, that's got options here, Kennedy. You want to play a combination, or do you want to play safe on the 3? And says if she's a aggressive player or a player. It's kind of neat because you can see a person's personality, their actual personality in life. Actually, when you look at them, if they're going to play aggressively or passively, depending on the
Kind of tells you a little bit about their personality,
Mm-hmm.
their style of play.
One eeny,
Diamonds.
meeny, miny, mo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5.
Looking at two,
2 and a
really.
quarter.
I'm kicking this once.
My only fear kicking at 1 is if you hit it so perfect, you could follow it in.
Yeah. About a 2 line, 2.5 line.
So you hit it. You hit the ball.
Now, what's interesting about the diamonds on the diamond table, um, traditionally the Brunswicks, the Gold Crown, the diamond system was really on the Gold Crown. You can actually calculate that in your half and half. Diamonds actually bank shorter than actually the Gold Crowns did. It's a lot of players that grew up playing the Gold Crown tables have had to make a transition to the diamonds. They bank so much shorter. All right, Kennedy, looking like she's may go up 3-1 here. That's huge going to 5.
Especially alternate break.
All right, Kennedy, what do you like here? Very nice. Kennedy reminds me of a snooker player with her stance and the way she approaches things. Very meticulous.
Don't blame her for taking her time on this. She's missed a similar shot, I think 2 times now.
And you do have to put a stroke on this to get center table. Give an angle for the 8. No problem with that. Nice smooth stroke and follow through. Very easy position for the 8 ball here. There we go. 3-1.
3-1.
Favor of Kennedy Meyman, the smooth criminal. Yeah, she's had a pretty illustrious career. USA World Team 2021 and 23 in Austria. USA World Team in Puerto Rico in 2022. VNEA first place in the Junior International in 2023. The teams in 2023. First place Junior International 22. Number of BEF finishes first and second, third. Pretty good career for such a young lady.
Get a look around the arena real quick. So beautiful in here. Absolutely amazing. Look.
Crazy. Beautiful diamond tables here. And a digital pool. You're at see any table in here. That's great. It looks like Kennedy started right around 2017 in competitive. He was first place in the junior girls in her state in 2017.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, so
It's 2017, 8 years ago.
yeah,
So she was 12.
yeah, pretty good there. All right, we're gonna see her break here. Nice cue ball.
Nothing down.
Nothing down. And Emily coming to the table. Down but not out. I never count her on anything. Does grind. She's played every game under the sun, so. Couple stripes tied up here. Go ball on that right leg. Rail there. She's lucky to take stripes. I don't take stripes here. Don't like this decision at all. But what do I know? I'm sitting in the chair and she's still playing, so.
Shay.
You probably know something I don't. The only thing I know for sure is I don't know everything, especially this game you're always learning. If you're not always learning, then you need to find a new game.
Yeah. What is she gonna do with this? Is it the 10 or 12 over there?
12, I think.
12.
Oh, good, my eyes are working this morning. That's good. Boy, you could bank it, but you don't really have a shape for the 8 there either. It's not really a good ball to get angle on either. I mean, the spot where you need to get is almost where the cluster's at in the center of the table if you're using the 13 for the breakout.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just come short of straight in the bottom left-hand corner on the 9, and you probably have to draw across table. But, a little more speed on that than you could have drawn off the 9 into that side rail. Still might be able to. To take a really good stroke on that.
Yeah, that's steep. Like that cue ball tracks toward the 5 or the 13. Get into the 5 and
That's what she
stuck
tried
on
to
the
do.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Tie something up. I don't think there's. It's going for it. What is she calling?
She's gonna bank that 12. Gonna come up
You're gonna
across the
beat the
face.
double kiss.
Yep. Double kiss really isn't an issue here. Look at this shot. Oh.
Heck of a try. Give her that for sure.
Well, and where Emily plays, there's a lot of bank pool that happens in there. So I'm sure she plays bank pool all the time. And that's probably a 70-80%, make rate for her on that one. Just didn't connect there. All right, Kennedy coming back to the table. Up 3-1. Now loosen the stroke up a little bit. It's tight because you're not worried so much. Biggest thing Kennedy's got to deal with is 2 balls in that right side rail. That's really the only issues here with this rack. She may take care of that right now. Either get in position or move one of them.
My luck, it goes right between the 2 and doesn't do. That was perfect.
There you go, double kiss
Nothing
one
wrong
off
with
the
that.
rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I can go 3 rails to break out a ball and go right between them.
Mm-hmm. Happens to me a lot, and well, happens to a lot of people a lot. But 3 cushion billiards, there's more holes. There's more holes on a 3 cushion table than there is on a pool table.
There is.
If that makes sense. If you play, know the game, you know what I'm saying.
I sometimes go up with Tom Rossman to Brickyard, and we play 3 cushion there.
My very first ever tournament match win in 3 cushion billiards was against Tom Rossman in Boston at Amazing Billiards. Amazing Shoonie's pool room just outside of Boston in Malden, Massachusetts. And then I got spanked by Paul Feltman Jr.
Okay. Ooh, no connection there.
And then I ended up getting tortured by Mason.
The very first time I played 3 cushion, I was already doing trick shots at the time. And we have a pattern for a dollar bill shot, which is 7
8 rail?
Yeah, the 8 rail. And it just happened. He said, well, if you can go, multiple rails and hit both balls, it's a good hit. But it just so happens they were sitting in the
It
corner.
was lined up for that?
Yeah, I go 8 rails around the table, touch both balls. He said, you've never played this before? I said, no, but I know that shot. Then he proceeded to tear me apart. I forget the gentleman's name, but it was a Hall of Fame Billiards. 4-3-1
Oh,
or 3-2 now.
3-2.
3-2.
Emily keeping it close.
Yeah, that could have been something else if Kennedy would have closed that rack out. 4-1. 3-2 now.
Yeah, 4-1's a heck of a lot different than 3-2, especially in this short race. I love this big flag.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. She got into town on the 4th of July.
Oh, did you?
Sat right outside the hotel and watched the fireworks and FaceTime my wife and daughter back home.
We have a huge fireworks show back in my hometown, Bay City, Michigan. It's one of the biggest fireworks shows in the U.S. And they set it right off one of the bridges there in Bay City. They've been doing it for years.
That's neat.
All right, Emily. Wasted no time. Here we go. She's like, all right, that's it. It's almost like she's sharpening a sword before she breaks here. Ow. Didn't let up on that break at all.
No,
Got tired of coming up dry.
she's got no problem generating power.
The question is, 7 ball. On solids, does that go to will that go past the corner by the 3?
The 7 past the 14?
Yeah.
I think so. Let's get a little angle on it if we can.
She takes the 3 as the opener.
That's tough to.
She takes the 3 as the opener here. Can she come back and use that 7 down the corner? There's the opener. Didn't really get the release off the rail that she wanted, I don't think. Very quick to the trigger. Maybe just be their style of play, but me, that's I guess the reason why I'm kind of focusing on that is because that's what I've been working on for the last 6 months, trying to get that quick stroke out of my system. All right, Kennedy coming with really a wide open table here. 9's really the only issue. You might take that early, get down to the 13 for a shot. She works down table, top left-hand corner, working down the table to the 8. The cluster's down there. Kennedy's not flashy, but she's deadly. Wouldn't want to give her an open table, that's for sure.
She's not flashy. You're absolutely right, and it's kind of like a.
And just a reminder, right after this match at 11:30 a.m. today, Justin Bergman and Oscar Dominguez here on our stream table. Yeah, Justin, playing a little more pool, getting out there, Ultimate Pool Tour, and sponsored by Brunswick. And all right, so Kennedy, what are you doing here? Playing that 14? Or playing the 9? We'll play the 14. Just want to cinch this and be able to shoot the 13 in the corner pocket. They're down. Good tempo on the stroke. No problem there. All right, so 13, 15, 9, it looks like. See what the angle she gets there. All right. The winner of this match starts to get into the money a little bit.
Yeah, winner's guaranteed 500.
Yep.
Goes up from there. Third, fourth is 1,000. Second place is 2,000. First place is 4,000.
$4,000.
They didn't quite get a full field. The men's got a full field. They've got 5,000 for first, 3,000 for 2nd, 1,250 for third, fourth, and then 625 for fifth, eighth.
Yeah, we thank Masters Chalk for providing those funds for the added money. And you're looking at this 15 here, side pocket.
Sorry, I had to grab something off that monitor.
Here we go. Ooh, she did not come where she wanted on that 9. too quick here. Can she cut it in the side? We might find out if Peace Shower has Ginsu knives. Looks like she's going across the corner here. Cross corner and wide. All right, that could have been a game changer. But Emily coming to the table with a good opportunity. Tie this up 3-3 if she can.
It's looking like it might go that way.
I really thought, when Kennedy got up 3-1 and had that rack, earlier in this rack, I thought it was going to be
Oh, she was
more of an uphill battle for Emily, but
well, she was looking good to get up like 4-1 too.
mhm.
4-2, whatever it was, but 4-1. Back and forth, scrappy match here. Ooh. Looked like to me, it looked like she pushed through that ball. It looked like,
I think she got enough of a speed on it. It was almost like a punch. I think
yeah,
it's okay.
my eyes aren't quite open yet this morning.
If it was a foul, Dave would have told us. She's got pretty good eyes out there. Emily's one of the sponsor players for Jacoby along with myself. I'm a little biased here.
I'm okay with it. Jacoby makes some beautiful cues. Brandon and what was his father's name? David?
Yeah, Dave. Yeah. And Dave passed away.
Yeah.
We got a really neat case dedicated to Dave called the Silver Fox.
That's the model name of it?
That's the model name of the case, yeah.
There used to be a brand out of either Colorado or Utah, a cue case company called Silver Fox.
Okay. Well, Emily just needs to cinch this 5 down in that lower right-hand corner. Get either on the 4 or the 1, either one. Not going to be picky here. She'll take either one. Got the 5, but it wasn't the most crisp of pots. Probably stop shot here. Looking through the run here. You might follow forward and use the other side. Yep. There we go. Yeah, barn earthquake. We're going to be 3-3 here. Go up to 3-3. No problem. 3-3 here in the quarterfinals of the women's event here at the Masters.
Kennedy's taking a timeout. She's going to be granted 7 minutes. Emily's welcome to take a break as well. I'm going to actually step out and grab a bottle of water for just a moment, and I'm going to shut off our mics too. So if you want to just hang out or do what you want to do.
I like this. Kennedy taking a break here.
All right, Michigan Man and I are back.
All right, sports fans, here we go.
Michigan
True
kid.
believer,
Sorry, I said
yeah, Stan
Michigan.
Lee would say, and the Michigan old guy at this point, doing this so long. I think when I started, The Rock was one. It's been a while. It's been a minute. All right, so Emily to the table. Here we go. Let's see what
Race
we
to
got.
two.
Yeah, race two for at least 500 starting here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and your tournament life.
yeah. Winner goes home, and or winner goes on, and loser goes home. Difference between McDonald's and Sizzler here. It's a good thing there's no webcams attached to these televisions back here, guys.
I've actually got electrical tape covering mine just in
Yeah,
case it gets bumped on or somebody
yeah,
hacks in or something.
yeah. Yeah. Let's see what the guys look like.
My luck, some IT department that oversees my computer for work would just hack in just to see if I'm working or something. So
Right.
I'm always working.
The cardboard cutout for the Zoom.
You have a lot of Zoom calls, probably 20 a week, 10 a week at least.
What do you do in your day job?
I work for the BCA.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Shane Tyree is my boss.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we live about 2 hours from each other in Colorado, but
Yeah.
he hired me as a media manager for BCA. So I handle all their social media, their YouTube, their streams, website updates,
Gotcha.
flyers, and graphics.
So if something goes wrong, we blame you.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
That's
The buck stops and the quarter and the dime and the nickel and
Yep. I've
yep.
already lost my bonus. That's out the window.
Yeah. You got a bonus in pool to start with? How'd you get that?
Whatever bonus I thought I was gonna get
Right.
is long gone.
I know pool players have a hard time making, making a living doing this. I can't imagine an IT doing pool.
I tried to make a living playing pool, and I never got good enough. Made a few bucks here and there, but not enough to support myself comfortably for the rest of my life.
It's a grind, and the thing is with me, with trick shots, I probably could still do that because trick shots lend itself to, exhibitions and things like that, and it just got to be too much. I do ministry with pool now, so that's what I'm doing. Gospel trick shots and all that stuff. So everybody's got a little different niche in the pool world. So Emily, come to the table. Uh, See what she can do here. Looks like the 9. Looks like the 15 is going to be the last ball for her. So we're going to see her bank shot again, I think, if she gets to that point.
He's comfortable with it.
I don't think she got where she wanted, though. I don't think, I don't think she got where she wanted on the 12, so she's got to bump this 15 out and develop the shot here a little bit. It's a smart shot here. With that many balls on the table in that cluster, you get that ball out. Hopefully allows you to
I
get
don't
to
know
it
if I
later in the
like
rack.
that. She freed up the 6, and Kennedy can run these out. Not much trouble here.
Yeah, Emily wanted to stick that ball in the end rail and didn't quite get the speed correct.
I think she might have been trying to stick her to the back of the 3 or the 5.
Yeah.
She may, we'll never know, but that's what I saw anyhow. Most of the pocket there. Dave coming over to check and see if that 4 ball is frozen to the rail. Dave seems to be on top of things pretty well.
He's one of our shorter referees. He can see the table really well at eye level.
You said it, not me. It's easy for me to laugh because I'm 6'3", so when he and I stand next to each other, when we talk to each other, I'm looking down on him, but
Yeah,
Only literally.
I'm between you guys.
You
I,
still got to be what, 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere
yeah,
in that area.
5'11". Getting shorter every day. And the dimensions are going shorter and wider. That's a problem.
Hoping to get up on that 6 ball here.
Just thank goodness there's no restaurant sponsoring me. There every day.
Oh, you could get McDonald's or Sizzler.
Either one would lend itself to problems, I think. All right, Kenny looking at getting through this rack.
She's putting herself in a spot where that 4 ball is going to be her last ball.
Oof,
Maybe it's not as bad as we think. It's further away from the side than I thought, so she's got plenty of rail to work with.
I still don't like it. But a good draw on this. She can play the 2 in that side pocket. Ooh. Is that 2 past the 10? I didn't think it did. I don't think it passes the 10, does it?
I'm sorry. It's responding to a work thing.
Yep. She's looking at it like it does, but she called extension. It's a little tight. I don't like this.
I really don't like it when it means myself or my opponent is going to make it to the hill if I miss.
Oof. This is
The camera's drunk.
a late night. So
It's going to block the pocket, but
it's not horrible, but
Emily can follow this in. That's not too difficult of a shot to follow it in, or at least try to.
you could even cinch this ball and bring your cue ball 2 rails.
Exactly. Yeah. So if she doesn't make it, she's got nothing on the 4.
Yeah, because actually you do want to put a little bit of bottom right on this ball to help this ball in, I think. I think you play this at bottom right and swing that cue ball 2 rails.
She's trying to move the 4 for her.
I
Trying to
don't-
get off the
I
rail
don't
for her
know.
later.
I don't know.
She's called the 10. She's not gonna be able to squeeze by there, so she's, I believe, relying on following it in.
Oh, she can double kiss, but look at this shot. Oh, man. Oh, now for my next trick.
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't teach her that one, did you?
No, I don't know that one. That's not a trick shot. Trick shots are repeatable. That's not repeatable. Wow. Thank you. Yeah. And the bull gods say, there you go. There's one for you. Well, Emily must be living right a little bit. Can we kick this in? Nope. Force through the top. It didn't allow it to release.
What a turn of events.
From 3-1 up. And almost going to 4-1 up.
Mm-hmm. Probably, honestly, should have been 4-1.
Yeah, should have been. And now, Emily got a chance to come back to 4-3 up. Wow. Pendulum swings, folks. Play Duddy. He's going to go 4-3 here. Part of a natural disaster. There we go. 4-3, and Kennedy's like, what happened? What happened?
This is what we've got coming up next.
Look at these 2 guys.
Couple nobodies.
Yeah, right.
Who's that? Who's that guy?
Yeah.
Dustin Bergman, Oscar Dominguez coming up in an hour and 10 minutes on this feature table here. If you're watching in the future when this is on YouTube, go ahead and fast forward.
These guys are immensely talented guys. And they're both of them, I think, are very underrated as far as their abilities. As far as,
Underrated,
Shane.
how so? Like Fargo-wise?
No,
or-
what I'm saying is Fedor and Shane, they get a lot of the press, and you don't, these guys don't get the focus they deserve. They're very good, great players. Justin, like I said earlier, would be one of my picks for Mosconi Cup. I think he should be there.
He plays all right.
He says, okay. See if we can make a break. One rack away from moving on here. Here we go. All right, so stripes really the only issue is the 9, and solids really issues the 3. You hate on the 11 ball, or use that as a breakout for that 9. I think if I can play my 12 right now, I'm going to. On the left hand
12
corner.
or the 14. I don't mind playing the 14 and taking the cube up back over and trying to swing at the 9 now. Even though you've got the 11 to do it too later.
I like this shot here. I think I can go 15, 10, and then work on swinging it. Just 2 straight in the 11 right now. I don't like using it for, making it your last ball, but gonna roll up, probably try and cut the 9 down table. Nice and easy. Yep. Long cut shot down the rail coming. Might be for a tournament life. Depending on how open the rest of this table is, if he misses it. Taking it on though. Oof, missed it. All right, I'm coming to the table. See what she can do here. Forced error. All right, what do we do, Kevin?
All right, I went radio silent there for
That's
a moment.
okay.
Just doing some social media work in the background here.
King Transcension is a tough cut. Gotta watch so you don't touch the ball. Oh man. I had to laugh earlier in one of my matches. I was reaching across the corner, across the table, and the 10 ball was on my backhand, and on my backstroke, I pushed the 10 ball in. That is
What
not
was
a
the
win.
call? What was the call there?
It's not a win.
No?
No, it's a foul. But that's a trick shot. Looks good to me. That was not the case.
No.
No. I've had some fun lately in China for the hay ball. Enjoying it over there. That was fun. Goofy
I'll be there
trick shot.
next year.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll play or not, but I'll be there for work with Shane.
Okay.
Doing some BCA, WPA,
All right.
media, fun stuff.
Yeah, it's the goofy trick shot guy. Went over there and tried to play hay ball. I actually went over there to represent the artistic pool division, and then I was able to procure a spot. They opened up a spot for me.
It's great.
Didn't do too bad. I was 1 win away from going to the next round. So
Calling for the extension. That's an important shot here.
that's good.
2 stripes left. It's kind of a do or die spot for Kennedy now. She was looking great to start the match. She's been playing great. She's just, things haven't been rolling her way, and Emily's been capitalizing. Emily got a roll or two.
Yeah, the whole theme of this match has been unforced errors here. Probably should use the bridge there. Didn't get a real full stroke on that. You want to get over to that right side rail. Kind of a circus match, one of the matches. It was fun. Well, swerve, Matt. Swerve here. What happened? She's jumping it. Those carbon shafts will let you do that even with a full queue. It's one of the things that carbon shafts have really gotten have changed the game a little bit. With a full queue, you can jump a full ball a lot easier. All
Yeah,
right.
they're a little bit more rigid, a little stiffer than typically anyhow than wood.
The question is the three ball. You want to get on a potential breakout early. You want that one of the four or the one of the two out of the way too. Does elect to break this three out early. It's kind of a tough run with one of the two where it's at. See, I like manipulating those balls a little more. I think I'm playing the one. I'm playing the one and just allowing myself to get these balls off the rail. I'm not trying for any breakout or anything like that.
Still going.
I don't mind it. Got that
Why
two
not,
in the
why
top
not make
left-hand
Kennedy?
corner.
Why not make Kennedy have to swing at that? Why be the one to take that risk when it's basically a sure thing? Kennedy's not making that ball.
Right, but you know Emily. I mean, she's an aggressive player. You rather win it swinging.
There we go.
Now there, that's better.
Yeah.
A little
Okay.
harder would have been nice though. All right.
Yeah, guys in the chat, if you want to check out the brackets, I can't possibly share them all because there's a lot of events and stuff going on. But just go to digitalpool.com and in the little tournament search tab, just type the word Quincy. We're in Quincy, Illinois, so it'll bring up all of the events that we've got going on here. All the junior events, the wheelchair events, the men's and women's events, past and present events.
Yeah, there's so many opportunities out here to play,
Yeah.
especially with the juniors.
We're coming to you guys from, like I said, Quincy, Illinois. It's the Oakley Lindsay Center.
Yeah, really nice,
Beautiful, beautiful venue. Yeah.
great facility.
Mhm.
Ho 3 hotels within walking distance.
Literally walk like across the street, walking distance. I've been making that walk a few times a day, and it takes about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get.
Now that was a smart shot there. She banked it into the kick zone. So Kenny really can't kick one rail at this easily. Um, she may elect to go 2 rails at this.
She's gonna take the 4 and push up on it, I think.
Yeah, that'd be the smarter shot, I think, too. I would agree with that. Hmm.
I mean, you're hanging on. You're doing whatever you can.
Yeah, this is for your tournament life here. That's not bad there.
Emily's gonna blast this.
Yeah, feel your bombshell. She's gonna let one off. Pow. You might not.
She's not looking at it like I thought she was going to.
I'll tell
There
you.
we go. That's what I thought we were gonna see.
I'll tell you what I like there is playing that cue ball, making the combination and sticking the cue ball behind the 4.
She got.
Yeah, I don't like
She
that.
didn't get rewarded. Not too much anyway.
I like playing that the combination, sticking the cue ball behind the 4 and making Kennedy, go at it.
Well, I wouldn't be taking on a bank right here. I don't think. I think from the view we see now, I'm gonna thin off the left side of the four. Bank try to go two rails with the cue ball kind of underneath the eight, or at least yeah, just like this.
Hit it,
Get
hit
down
it,
to
hit
the
it,
rails with.
hit it, hit it, hit it. Yeah, that's not the speed you want. All right. Yeah, you're probably gonna roll up here. Yep. I think a little harder to cover the three, but I think Emily can run right up on the four ball. Can we go to the other view here? Yeah, she can run right up on that four ball and stick her right behind the three. That's really the shot here. Nice and easy. Nice, good stroke. Yep, that's the ball.
Oh, how close was that?
Oh, great try. All right. Long and straight. Make a stop shot and you should take care of it. Stop shot and the four ball's almost straight too. If you can stop the ball. Ooh, ouch.
How close to the rail is that 10? Very.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if she might consider spinning the cue ball. Like real thin. Spin, it looks like a cut shot, but it's technically like a kick shot.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
In my opinion, it's easier when it's frozen to shoot that shot.
Yeah, you hit that whole rail to push it off the.
Blowing up on this ball.
I don't mind that at all.
No, but she's gonna find herself way down table now. She should. Kennedy.
Right. You know as well as I do that. Emily's such a aggressive player.
There's nothing aggressive here, though, I don't think. But you're gonna play the combo from here?
Yeah, come on, Emily.
What else are you gonna do? You can't see the four. Is she really playing this to the? Are you kidding me? Are you flipping kidding me?
Wow.
What just happened? That was the
Holy
most
cow.
sarcastic comment I've made in this whole stream, and she did it. What just happened?
Length of table combo to win 5-3.
9-foot table combination. Not even close to the right
but
shot.
the thing is, look at the reward though.
Wow. She's gonna win the match because of it. Oh my
wow.
God. That was unreal. That was absolutely ballistic.
The human highlight reel.
Oh my God.
Emily Duddy with a length of a table combination.
I wish I had that instant replay feature.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
getting it for the next event. This is all new gear, so we're just getting it dialed in at this
Guys,
event.
if you have a chance,
hit the back button.
hit the back button as fast as you can. Wow.
Yeah, that was something else, wasn't it?
We like to thank Diamond for our tight pocket tables, which are not tight pocket tables with that combo. Golly. What a great shot by Emily. Like we said, she's going on to the top 8 with the redraw.
Yeah, Kennedy's out.
And what do you do if you're Kennedy? You lose on that, and you go, well, she hit a nice shot.
All right, sir. Well, thank you for sitting in on doing some commentary with us. It was fun. Guys at home, or folks at home, I should say, sit tight. Our next match is in about 55 minutes. We're going to have Justin Bergman versus Oscar Dominguez. I'm going to leave the stream up just with the graphic on it for now. Please hit the like, hit the share, get it out there, let everybody know. This is probably the one of the better matches we're gonna see this week. But again, thanks so much. We'll
All
see you
right,
guys soon.
I'm out. Bye.
Thank you.